All right, Kobe. Here I also wanted to show you your back view. You can see some of the other faults in the mechanic delivery here. Okay, I'm going to show you you can see the bigger turn here. As you turn away, you can see your shoulder turn. Okay, and that, again, that takes you all away from your target. And you can see this early handbrake. Okay, if we can get that handbrake moving down right about here, and we can get those hips faced at your target, and we can drive off that back leg toward your target, you're going to develop a whole lot more power with your body in your lower half. Okay, you can see nothing's really happening with that back leg. Okay, until the hands are already involved. Too late. Now what's going to happen is you're going to sit down on that back leg. Okay, and one of the things we look at here is that knee getting out over that front toe. It's too much bend right there. What we want is right about there. We want to drive off that back leg from that angle and drive toward our target. Okay. The other thing I'm going to show you here is because of the way you break your hands up in this area, this arm and the glove kind of stays up, and in order to get out there, you've got to swing it way out and around. Okay, and you got a little bit of a leg swing, not as much, but you know that leg swing comes from. I mean, you're basically dropping the leg down, but because you turned it so much away from your target, it's going at your target. It's really not swinging down. If you were more in line and straight up, instead of rotating those hips around, it would come straight out toward your target. Okay, staying sideways there. But you can see as you come through here, in this area here on your back leg, there's really no drive, and you don't get the extension of that back leg. Okay, so a lot of your force ends up going down into the ground instead of out toward the plate. Okay, so that's what you want to kind of work on here, and that lead arm, taking that lead arm straight toward your target. Okay, not swinging it out. That's a slowing motion. Okay, slowing motion. You got that big old arm rotating out toward there. Now you get lined up, but notice right here, again, watching that back arm, what we want to see is working on getting that elbow up first before the hand does, and the hand really shouldn't be coming out until up to about there. You end up getting it in a good position, but see, it's already coming forward, and you're just now planting. Okay. And the last thing I want to show you is coming up here. Because of that, you're kind of coming through, and even though you're not really extending very far out with that lead leg, and you're not really striding to your height, which, you know, that's what you should be shooting for. You know, if you're practicing, you want to measure your height, and if you want to get somebody or lay down on the mound or measure it or whatever, and where your lead foot ends up landing, you know, that's where you want to be striving for, is 100% of what your height is. It's not going to always be exactly there, but somewhere in there. And I think I measured yours, and you're really only at about 70%. So a little more back leg extension. Okay. What happens here now is you're going to see that foot leave the ground. It's going to be up in the air while you're throwing, and that doesn't offer you any stability. Okay, and that's why you get, you know, you're going to be inconsistent because you're basically pitching on one leg. So you want to try and keep that foot on the ground and push away from that mound, you know, until the ball is released, and then it can follow through. Okay, a little bit of a turn here. You can see your follow through is off to the first base side instead of at your target. Okay, and even though you do that, look where you end up leaving the ball. All the way on the outside. Okay, so never really comes inside. The last thing I want to show you is just the movement of that front foot from where you land to where it goes. You land just slightly blocked off, and you can see it right there. It's kind of slightly blocked off. When you're blocked off like that, you can't get the hips all the way through. And ends up, you can see as your hip's coming through, your foot's going to move, because that's what it wants to be. It's natural. So not slight. I've seen people with a lot more blocked off, but when you go through sideways, you want to end up having that toe pointed right at your target. Okay. There's a couple of things along with your other video that you can use to work on developing a more efficient delivery. Good luck.